Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Jules. I'm 24 years old. I make content surrounding personal finance, lifestyle, beauty, and travel related content. And in this video, we're going to be going over my April reset and reflecting on my March budget. Just reflecting a little bit on this past month, it has been kind of a more tough time for me career-wise and financially-wise because if you saw my last video, I did get laid off from my current role that I was at. So I'm currently trying to find a new job. So, I mean, the market is tough right now. And so I've been kind of struggling a little bit to find something, but it's only been the first 2 months of being unemployed. My budgets are gonna look a little bit different because of that. I do currently get unemployment through the state of California, so there's a little bit of supplemental income coming in there, which is nice. And then I also do have an emergency fund where if I need to pull money out for whatever reason, I can do that. But I think the amount of money I am getting right now from unemployment basically covers all my monthly expenses and needs and stuff like that. So luckily I haven't had to pull out of my emergency fund yet. These resets going forward for the foreseeable future will look a little bit different until I'm able to solidify a job. So that's just a little bit about my life going on right now. So let's jump into reflecting on March. Okay, so first we're gonna go over my March goals. These were some of the goals that I set for the month of March, nothing too crazy. So the first one was to read 2 books. I talked about in my last reset, I was gonna start reading Hunger Games and then the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I actually haven't started reading either of those. I'm about to start reading the Hunger Games book, but I did want to reread the Fourth Wing series. I had just read it and then I wanted to go and reread it again because I feel like you pay more attention to the Easter egg clues that are in the books once you know what's going on. So I wanted to reread that. So I did technically read 2 books because I reread Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and now I'm rereading Onyx Storm. But I mean, they're not new books, but I would still technically count that because I did read that. So next month I'll probably read the other books, The Hunger Games and A Court of Thorns and Roses. I did go to the gym 4 times a week this month, so that's good. I did run 2 times a week. No sped month. I'm gonna say I did kind of fail this. I did eat out a little bit more than what I thought I was going to, so you'll see that in my March reflections, so I'm not gonna count that. Filing my taxes, I did do that, and then you'll also see how that reflects into my April budget because I do owe a bit of money to the government, and then I'm also getting some money back. And then cleaning out my wardrobe, I actually did not do this month, so that is something I need to do this month, or at least in the month of April. And then post on YouTube 8 times. I did so far post 7 long form videos, but I did post a couple short form videos, so I'm gonna count that as well. So for the most part, I would say I completed my goals for March, so that's good. I'm pretty happy with how many goals I set for myself. So let's go into my April goals. For April, I'm gonna say a lot of these are gonna stay the same, so I want to read 2 books again this month. So like I said, I'm gonna finish Onyx Storm and then read the Hunger Games book and then the first book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Go to the gym 5 times a week. So right now I'm kind of changing my current gym split. I'm doing a cut right now for the next 8 weeks. So I'm gonna end up going to the gym 4 times a week, definitely, and then I'm gonna do Pilates once a week. And then if I'm feeling up to it, I'm gonna add an additional day at the gym and do a 3rd lower body day, because right now I do 2 lower body, 2 upper body days. Run twice a week, and then a sprint session once a week, just to get my cardiovascular levels higher. I'm trying to get better when it comes to running overall, so 2 long form running days and then a sprint session. I'm going to try to do another no spend month. I want to post on TikTok twice a week. I feel like I kind of get into routines of where I post only on one social media account and then not anywhere else, and so I think this month I focused on YouTube, and then I didn't post on TikTok at all. So I want to get better about posting like on multiple platforms at the same time, so I'm gonna try to do that, and then again post on YouTube 8 times this month, and then I definitely need to do a wardrobe clean out, so I need to do that this month. So those are my goals for April. Now for the fun stuff, we're going to reflect on my March budget. Looking at my budget, I received $3,728.76 from my last employer. This was for my bonus that got paid out. So luckily I was able to receive this money. And then that was it. And that was like the last thing I got from my last employer. And then I did receive $1,800 from unemployment. So luckily I was able to max out my Roth IRA this month just with the money that I had coming in. So luckily that is something I was still able to achieve in Q1 of maxing out my Roth IRA. So now I don't have to like focus on that and not have to worry about like saving or investing money right now, because that was my main financial goal for this year. So I'm glad that at least I was able to knock that out. And then when it comes to my bills, I budgeted $44 for the gym, but I ended up spending $133.78. So my gym membership went up to $44. I did spend $45 though additionally on ClassPass, and then I did owe my gym membership from last month, so that's why that's so high, but next month it'll be a little lower. Car insurance $128.21, Apple storage $9.99. I was gonna get a car wash this month, but I didn't sign up yet, so we'll wait for that for next month. Verizon, I thought it was gonna be a bit higher because I was traveling last month, but it was normal, so $65.72. Health, I budgeted $40, but I spent $95. This was for my allergy shots that I get. And then I had to pay for some medical related expenses for like labs that I had gotten done. Groceries, I budgeted $250, I only spent $159.89. Gas, budgeted $150, was pretty close, $130.45. I spent $15 on automotive. Oh, this was parking from when I hung out with my friends that came down from LA. So we parked in Little Italy area in San Diego, so I had to pay for parking. Then miscellaneous, I budgeted $50 and I spent $37.98. And then kind of where I went a little too crazy was I budgeted $100 for dining out, but I actually spent $333.51. I spent $10.19 on entertainment. I had gotten ESPN Plus to see a couple soccer games. And then gifts, $125. I'm still gonna have spent this money, but I think because my sister's birthday is today actually, but I am gonna get her a gift, but I'm just waiting a few days because she's on a little trip right now. So this will probably roll it over into April. And then personal care, $42.91. What did I spend on personal care? Okay, so I got my eyebrows done because they were looking a little crazy, so that was $16. And then I spent $26.91. I'm trying to get better when it comes to my Spanish, so I bought like a Mexican Spanish grammar workbook. So I'm trying to improve that, be like more conversational. I used to be like a lot better with my Spanish when I was younger and like talked to a lot more people in San Diego that spoke Spanish, but I don't go out as much as I used to, like when I was in college or high school, things like that. So I'm not really around or speak Spanish as often. So I wanted to like start refreshing that. So I just got a workbook that I can focus on for the next couple months at least, and just improve it. So in total, I spent $1,162.67 from this month. Okay, so taking a look at April, this $1,800 is coming from unemployment. $533 is what I'll be getting back from my tax returns. So we're working with $2,333. I have budgeted $89 for my gym, so this is $44 for my actual gym membership, and then $45 for ClassPass. I have budgeted $128.21 for my car insurance, $9.99 for Apple storage, $25 for my car wash. My Verizon bill should be a little bit lower this month, so it should be around $56. Health, this is where it's unfortunate. So I'm budgeting $800 for health, which is insane because I just went to the doctor's in February because I thought my employer sponsored health insurance was going to end at the end of February, so I wanted to get a doctor's appointment in before I didn't have that anymore. But turns out my insurance ended end of January, not February. So I did go to a primary care doctor and I got some labs done. So unfortunately, I didn't have health insurance at the time of that visit, and so I have to self-pay all of it. Unfortunately, that's another discussion for another time that I won't rant about here, just how crazy like healthcare is. But yeah, I'm not going to speak on that anymore because it's a very frustrating situation. I try to see if there's like financial assistance or anything because like $800 for a GP appointment is actually insane, but unfortunately there's not. So that's another reason why it's such a good thing to have an emergency fund, because things like this can happen and you never know. So I'm budgeting $800 for that, $100 for groceries, $150 for gas. I budgeted $177 for automotive. I do have to get my car renewed through my state, so I have to pay $177 for that, and then $738 for miscellaneous. This is because I owe $638 for my taxes, and then an additional $100 to pay the accountant that did my taxes. So that's that. And then going on to expenses, I budgeted $150 for dining out. Entertainment's $15 for ESPN Plus. That's the only thing. And then gifts, it's my mom's birthday this month, and then I also still need to get my sister a gift, so I'm gonna make this $200 instead. It's because I need to get them both something, so we're gonna increase that. So in total, so for the month of April, which is a little bit of a higher month, I have budgeted $2,688.20. But obviously, as you can see, I'm only bringing in $2,333. I'm going to pull about $400 from my emergency fund to cover some of these expenses. Okay, so that'll bring that up to $27.33, which should cover pretty much everything here. So that's a good thing why we have a emergency fund, because unexpected things happen all the time, so it's important to have some money squirreled away just in case things like this happen, so I'm not as stressed as I would be. But yeah, so this is my April budget. Pretty standard. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to save anything this month, unfortunately, but you know, it's all good because it's just a season of life that I'm in right now, and you know, something's gonna come around better in the next season. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.